So update, we did get run out of Monterey parking, and I got put up on a medical emergency thanks to a couple people that have a heart and a soul. Thank you. You know who I'm talking to. Um, now, I've been listening to a lot of other different group of homeless people. Um, they already made one of them that I befriended move his little setup, and he just had like a lean type of just enough to tuck in there at night and sleep. But um, yeah, so today I got informed by a cop that they're gonna tow my RV if I don't move it. I don't have no place to move it. Um, the registration is paid, it's insured. It's just I haven't passed the smog. I just recently got GA, so I was trying to get the money so that I could legalize my RV. It was hard to find a place that would still smog an RV, and then I have to find a place that will fix an RV. Now, mine is a 1988 Winnebago, so their reasoning is, it's hard to get parts for an old 1988 Winnebago, and I understand that. So I'm most likely going to lose my RV, but thanks to a good friend of mine that I've known since 2017, when I was on Lapis, is helping me with the payment for storage. So today I gotta, hopefully I could drive the RV there and store up things I can't afford to lose. It's not replaceable. And I'm trying to find somebody to help me because I'm bad. My health is bad. I had to get a chiropractor today because I've been hurting all over, and he had to readjust me. There was like 6 or 7 points on me that went off, and that was just on stress alone. Now I got to do physical stress, which I have been, but not as intense as it's going to be today. And then I'm going to try to park my RV on a private place, and I have to drive it there and then walk back about 2 miles with my walker. So I'll be sitting a lot on my walker because it's kind of like this friend that I'm talking about, I befriended out here that was told to move. He gave me this walker here, so, with a seat on it because I haven't been able to stand for more than 5 minutes without getting pain below my stomach area and bleeding and nausea. So I'm grateful. God has been blessing me. That's what's keeping me together. God has been putting good people in my life, both that are housed and both that are homeless. I'm very blessed. More blessed than my fellow homeless people. I always pray that they have the same blessings as I do, because they need it. They really need it. My only thing right now is getting my Section 8 housing, which it was supposed to come over a month ago. I did everything they asked me. I gave them all the proof. The case worker didn't tell me that he was not going to be back until next year. Then I'm talking to the case specialist manager, and she said that he didn't put down, nowhere in my record shows that I showed the GA benefits that I'm getting. And he sent me an email prior to that saying that he got it, and I sent it to her 3 times, and I haven't gotten no response. I've called and left a message. The last message I was a little harsh, not bitchy, not loud, very calm. I just in this tone, I said, I've done everything you guys ask. I jumped through all the hoops. I send you the GA. What's going on? You know, I'm in most need of it. And that's why my fellow homeowners, sorry, I told you this is a raw video, so I'm not going to edit this. Homeless people, they don't go through all these jumping the hurdles and the hoops, because this is what happens. You know, we do it, and I haven't received anything of it. You know, no, nothing. Well, as far as the Section 8, they did come through with put me up an medical emergency in a motel. They did do that part. They held up to that part, but it took actually 4 individuals, okay, that had the heart and the soul. Right now, I'm experiencing heaviness on my chest and chest pain. No, I'm not having a heart attack. It's stress. It's real stress. See, the difference between me and my fellow homeless is that, number one, most of them have been out here longer than I have. I mean, for years. And for years, they've gotten kicked by the county here and there, you know, chasing them around. And when they did go for all these services, you know, for some reason it didn't pan out on the end of, on the side of the people that are supposedly doing their job. So, for most of them, yeah, they go to alcohol or drugs. Because if they were to feel what I'm able to feel, being that I'm sober, I don't drink once in a while. I mean, I'll buy a 6-pack of beer that'll last me like a year. I'm not kidding. And most of the time, I don't even finish a whole bottle of beer. Yeah, I know, don't say it's a waste. And I don't, you know, 36 years sobriety of the hard drugs, and I don't, you know, yeah, I have a lot of medical conditions, so being that I'm sober, I feel it intensely. I feel the emotions. I feel the pain. And it just rattles me up. My fibromyalgia kicks up to where I can't even touch my face because it'll feel like it's a sunburn. Try taking a shower, because when your nerves are up inflamed, it feels like a chemical burn in the shower. So yeah, I understand why my fellow homeless people, and they are my people, are doing drugs and alcohol. The sweeps do create criminals, mental illness, health issues, emotional distress. They cause heart attacks, strokes, the with me is making my medical condition, which is asthma, COPD, fibromyalgia, PTSD, degenerating bone. I've already explained that in previous videos, but it intensifies it. But even though I do understand why they're drinking and doing drugs and all that, I'm not giving up my 36 years sobriety, number one. Number two, I want to be me. I want to fight this battle, just being the strongest person I can. Straight out forward. I'm already having a hard time sometimes having clarity thinking in my mind. So I could imagine if I ever gave in to alcohol or drugs, it'd be a lot worse. And I want to be on top of my game because this is a game between the cities, the county, and the state of California, as well as other states that have homeless. It's funny, though, because what if the possibility was that they could just make us disappear? Then there are the future people coming on to being homeless. No matter how much money you think you're making, and no matter how much security you think you have, even when you're saving your money or invested it wisely, you think you're safe. You think you're set for life. Because you see, the game is, folks, it's the richest become more powerful. And the less folks that are rich, the less battles they have to deal with. And they don't want not even 40% of the population to be rich, or even 30% to be rich. They'd rather just have a handful of rich people powerful. And those that are not rich, God help us. And God will. But don't think you're secured. Because even if this game ends with us homeless, it's going to continue. Only in the future, they're going to keep it way hushed down. They're going to make the higher society think that there is no homeless people, that there is no competition out there. Just keep investing and if they're still going to have humans working, they're going to break every one of those humans back and will to live. I guarantee you that. That's what the future's going to be. Now, unless they replace the humans with all AI, well, then not even the most rich and powerful will survive. But right now, today, I got to deal with my problem. I will stay in this fight, no matter if it kills me. No matter. I will stay in this fight. Because I'm not just fighting for those that are out here now. I'm fighting for the future, not to come out here. When I hear young folks that are not even 18 talk about that when they become an age and they have no choice but to move out of their parents' house, they're not looking forward to being homeless. They're not looking forward to killing themselves, having 3 or 4 jobs where they cannot live the full quality of the human life that we're meant to. If you spend 90% of your time just catching up to money or catching up to how rich your neighbors are or your friends are, you're not really rich because you're missing the quality of life, the time you get to spend, even if it's just by yourself, you know, or if it's with family. Not many people have time for hobbies these days. Even when they go on vacation, they're stressed for one or two reasons. One, they gotta make up the money that they just spent on their vacation. And two, even when they're on their vacation, they're still on computers and phones making money. When I've had 2 and 3 jobs, I lost myself in that. Because you see, as a young child, I didn't dream about being a princess or a model or an actress, anything like that. I dreamt of having a house, a garden, be able to cook, do my hobbies, spend time with my family if I have one. Having time to go to the park, play some old-fashioned, tag or touch football, even volleyball, badminton, But it's not like that. And I think that's long dying. I will be losing my RV, I know that. And I told God if that's what it takes for me to even fight harder and go the longest way I can on this, that I will accept that. I will accept that. I will lose my home. And probably the way I feel that they work the system as soon as I lose my RV, maybe something will go wrong or something doesn't fall through where I don't get housing. Just like I've heard many people have the same story. The same story. And I'm just going to have that story that everybody else has. So anyway, I got to get my RV ready. I hope I'll be making another raw video. Yeah, I will. I'm sorry. I got a lot on my mind. Anyway, think about what I said in this video. If we don't have no help, if we don't get no help, then you're not helping yourself. If you turn a blind eye to us, then you're turning a blind eye to your own self, or your own family, or even your friends. You should stop and talk to some of us. If you ever see me on the road, on the street, you're welcome to come up and talk to me. Because I'll tell you, and I'll share. I'm signing off.